Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our journey in discovering one new Chinese expression a day. Yesterday, we talked about the 八荣八耻, which is the contemporary CCP governing ethics, which is 8 ethics. And it was phrased with this pair of what's honorable, what's shameful to, discipline the population over there. Okay, so 一荣俱荣 is today's concept. Again, we have a repetition of the same character in this four character expression. 一荣俱荣. Basically, we're talking about thriving or flourishing with this big canopy tree symbol. So the key is the switch out of the characters in front of it. So we have 一, right? Because of rong is a rising tone. So we have a falling tone, 一 before it. So 一荣. So one of them are going to thrive. Then 俱荣 means all of them are going to thrive. So that basically talks about the dynamics of one versus all. So one from this group, one of them is thriving, all of them are thriving. Okay. Again, one, just one horizontal line. That's the simplest Chinese character. We don't actually have a vertical line, one vertical line. We don't have that character. We only have one horizontal line character. And it's pronounced by the book, 一 flat tone, 一. That's the simplest Chinese. And if it's pronounced next to a rising tone, it becomes a fallen tone. So there is this connection, right, of this natural flow of the tonation. So we have 一, okay. And 俱 have this human figure. So now you know contemporary Chinese when you know the second simplest Chinese character, which is human or person, is left stroke, right stroke. That's about it. It looks symmetrical, looks like this. That's the contemporary person or human symbol because it's a two-leg standing being. That's the simplest definition of what's regarded as a human, two-leg standing. And then ancient Chinese actually have a little bit more character to this two-leg standing being. Have one, the right side in particular, right side wrapping over the left side stroke. So the two are not equal. One is longer than the other. And this is the original Chinese to mean humans. So to me, it adds a little bit more complexity. So instead of make it symmetrical, it kind of make it asymmetrical, which is probably more realistic of what humans are because we are asymmetrical in a lot of senses, right? Even our body is not symmetrical perfectly. And our left and right brain, one gotta be a little bit bigger than the other one, right? And we behave probably not evenly, like we're not well developed in all directions. Nobody is perfect, right? So I think this ancient Chinese character capture humans, the humanity better. Okay. And the right side, we have 3-finger hand symbol, another 3-finger hand symbol, 2 of them from the bottom of the screen showing up. That could mean like somebody's left and right hand holding up something in the middle, right? That something in the middle is a pot of rice. We can view it like that. So it's a cookware. It's a container cookware. Something inside it. It's not an eyeball, even if it looks just like the eyeball written in Chinese, but it actually is a type of food container. So both hands holding the food together. And I guess in ancient times, this big family, probably generations live together and they are going to share food. So when the food is ready to be consumed, the family are going to gather around, eat food together. So this footwear holding the food container with this human image, that means that's the moment humans gather around the food. So that's a gathering. And from the gathering, that means everybody in the household. That's the time when they have to come together to eat together. So this then extended into the meaning of all. So everybody in this household, at least, that's all. So now we have one versus all, right? And 榕, again, this is a type of big canopy trees that used to line up the city streets or corners of the city. Besides the aesthetic value, it really has a practical value to provide shade to the city. And the city came from this big arch thing that we can view it as the walls around the city. And then the fire symbol, fire, the cone shape with two sparkles on the side. Two of them means multiple fires, and a fire in ancient time, it doesn't mean burn down the town, right? It means the fire used as street light to light up the city at night. So I suppose back then, I mean, in contemporary, when we measure if a place is well developed, right? We look at the earth, the globe at nighttime to see which part of the earth are better light up. So this night lighting became an indicator of the economic, activities. If it's a place with a lot of people, with a lot of consumption, a lot of nightlife, that's all indicator from the light, right? So that too captures the ancient city lighting. So the city structure with walls, the city night lighting over there to show this is a place where people gather. It's not just farmland, people scattered and stay close to their land. This is where people who are not exactly directly attached to their land. They have their own craftsmanship or their own specialty, or they're probably part of the governing body that don't need to work on the land. They are governing the people who are working on the land. So in any case, such group of people gather within the city with nightlife, right? And the trees used to line up the city streets or to provide shade to the city. So this is a big canopy type of tree. So that's an infer, like what kind of trees are used to line up the city. It's the trees who can provide a lot of shade, right? So that big canopy, very shade positive type of tree eventually becomes this vibrant or growing, trees grow big canopy. That's quite a accomplishment. If we measure trees in terms of humans, that means this person has big influence because he can provide big shade, right? And smaller things, or even humans, sit under the trees to enjoy the shade of the tree. So this shade of the tree almost symbolizes somebody has big influence, right? It's corresponding to human influence. So if one thrive, like one get influential, notable, big shade, big impact on this community, right? And then it says all thrive. That means all of them are going to have big canopies, are growing well. So I'm using the gecko image. Besides it's cute, it also shows the symbiotic relationship between the forest, the environment, the all, right? And the gecko, the one. So one gecko is a good symbol or a good indicator to show the the health, the well-being of the forest. So if this is a very lush looking, alert, cute gecko, means it's healthy, it's thriving, then most likely it's environment. Everything surround the community of the gecko are going to be the thriving environment for the gecko. So that's how we can tell, like 一荣俱荣, like we just by looking at one of that environment, just sample one thing from that environment, then we can tell the whole environment, everybody in that environment are doing well. So that's what 一荣俱荣, thrive together. Okay, cash into the concept thinking by one word a day. So okay, see you another day.